Is the Social Security Fairness Act going to be signed by President Biden, or will it face a major roadblock? The clock is ticking, and the outcome of this decision could have significant consequences for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security benefits. As the bill sits on the president's desk, concerns are growing over the delay, and the question remains, will it be signed in time? In this video, we'll dive into the current status of the Social Security Fairness Act, explore why it's taking so long for President Biden to sign it, and discuss what could happen if he doesn't. From the power of Congress to override a veto to the political dynamics at play, we'll cover everything you need to know about the future of this critical legislation. Stay with us, because understanding this process could impact your financial future. Welcome to Financial Area *, your go-to source for breaking news and insights on the laws that shape your finances. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for all the latest updates. The Social Security Fairness Act has already passed the Senate, marking a significant step in its journey toward becoming law. This bill, designed to address some long-standing issues with Social Security benefits, has received widespread attention due to its potential impact on millions of Americans. The bill aims to eliminate the Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO, both of which reduce Social Security benefits for certain retirees who have worked in both public and private sectors. These provisions are often seen as unfairly penalizing individuals who have contributed to Social Security throughout their careers, especially those who also worked in government jobs that didn't participate in Social Security. With the Senate's approval, the bill is now waiting for President Biden's signature to officially become law. However, there's been an unexpected delay. Normally, once a bill passes both chambers of Congress, it moves quickly to the president's desk for signing. But in this case, the signature has not yet come, and it has left many concerned about what this delay means for the bill's future. The longer the delay stretches, the more uncertain its outcome becomes. This delay is not only frustrating for those who stand to benefit from the bill's passage, but also for the lawmakers who are pushing for its enactment. The issue is complicated by the fact that once the bill reaches the president, there are only a limited number of days for him to act before the bill's fate is uncertain. The importance of signing the bill lies in the fact that, without the president's approval, it can't move forward. Some have wondered why President Biden hasn't acted more swiftly, especially considering the urgency surrounding the issue. While it's not unusual for some bills to face delays, the fact that the Social Security Fairness Act has been waiting for so long has raised eyebrows. With so much at stake for those who could see their Social Security benefits restored or increased, the delay in action has added a layer of tension and uncertainty around the bill's future. In the meantime, many are watching closely to see if Biden will address this delay. Public pressure is mounting, with advocates for retirees and government workers urging him to sign the bill into law. However, there's no clear answer as to when, or even if, the president will take the necessary steps to bring the bill across the finish line. The growing uncertainty has only increased concerns that those who have been waiting for relief from the WEP and GPO could be left in limbo. As the situation unfolds, it remains to be seen whether President Biden will act in time to secure the bill's passage, or if the delay will stretch on further, leaving millions of Americans in a state of financial uncertainty. If President Biden decides not to sign the Social Security Fairness Act, the bill would be returned to Congress, which could lead to further complications. The process would require lawmakers to reintroduce the bill and begin the process of passing it again, potentially with revisions, before sending it back to the president for another attempt at approval. This could cause unnecessary delays, particularly if Congress is not in session when the bill reaches them. The timing of Congress's schedule could be a critical factor in whether the bill can be acted upon promptly or languish in the legislative process for months. With many congressional representatives focused on other priorities, it's uncertain if the bill would get the immediate attention it needs to pass before another legislative session ends. Another potential outcome is that President Biden could veto the bill, halting its progress entirely unless Congress intervenes. While vetoes are not uncommon, they bring with them significant political consequences. If the president were to veto the Social Security Fairness Act, Congress would still have the option to override the veto by achieving a two-thirds majority in both the House and the Senate. This would require a broad bipartisan agreement among lawmakers, which, given the political divisions in Washington, could be a difficult hurdle to clear. If Congress were unable to garner enough support to override the veto, the bill would be effectively dead, forcing the issue back to square one. The situation becomes more complex when considering the timing of a veto. If Biden were to veto the bill close to the end of a legislative session, Congress may not have enough time to act on it before the session concludes. This adds another layer of pressure to the bill's fate, as any action by Congress would require a clear window to meet the necessary vote thresholds. Without immediate action from lawmakers, the bill could become a casualty of political timing, leaving millions of Americans who were hoping for relief from the WEP and GPO provisions without the changes they were promised. The prospect of a veto also raises questions about the political environment in Washington. Lawmakers who have supported the bill may feel compelled to push back against a veto, not only due to their commitment to Social Security reform, but also because of the potential political ramifications of not taking action. This would undoubtedly lead to intense discussions and debate on the floor of both the House and Senate as legislators weigh the benefits of overriding the veto against the risks of further alienating constituents. The outcome of such a debate could shape the future of Social Security policy, and it all depends on how quickly Congress can react to the situation. In this scenario, the political calculus of both President Biden and Congress will play a crucial role. If Biden is unwilling to sign the bill and vetoes it, lawmakers will need to make swift decisions about how to move forward, either by attempting to override the veto or starting over with a new version of the bill. The outcome will hinge not only on the technicalities of the legislative process, but also on the willingness of both the President and Congress to act quickly and decisively for the benefit of those who stand to gain from the bill's provisions. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has played a key role in pushing the Social Security Fairness Act through Congress, particularly in securing its passage in the Senate. Schumer's leadership has been instrumental in rallying support for the bill among his fellow senators, working to ensure that it addressed the concerns of both parties and gained broad bipartisan backing. His influence in the Senate has made him a central figure in this legislative process, as he has long advocated for the elimination of the WEP and GPO, which he argues unfairly affect public sector workers. Schumer's support for the bill has been crucial in getting it to this stage, but his role doesn't end with its passage through the Senate. There are questions about whether Schumer has been working closely with the Biden administration to coordinate a strategy that would guarantee the bill's swift approval, or whether the delay is a result of other political considerations. There's speculation that Schumer, knowing the political stakes involved, may have already been in talks with President Biden before the bill reached the Senate floor. His push for the bill's passage might be part of a larger strategy to align it with other priorities of the Biden administration. However, with the bill still awaiting Biden's signature, it's unclear whether Schumer's influence has been enough to overcome the hesitation in the White House. Schumer's position in the Senate gives him significant leverage, but the final decision rests with the president, and the delay in signing has raised questions about the effectiveness of Schumer's efforts in securing the bill's swift passage. As the bill continues to wait for the president's signature, there is growing hope that Biden will take action before the weekend. With so many other bills already signed recently, the expectation is that this one should not be left hanging for too long, especially given the political momentum behind it. Many lawmakers and advocates are pressing Biden to act quickly, as further delays could result in unnecessary complications, both in terms of political fallout and the real-world impact on those who are waiting for relief from the WEP and GPO provisions. Given the pressure from Congress and public interest in the bill, there is an increasing sense of urgency around the timing of the signature.